Australia's most influential Filipino influencer who is on every Gymshark magazine. I'm just kidding. Alex, I'm glad to have you on here, man. Uh, I wanted to start with just a little bit more about you as a person, because I think a lot of people from what I know, of people that know you, everybody's known you from kind of the days of you being an influencer and being that lifestyle and stuff like that. And I don't think a lot of people actually know more about you, Alex, and just who you are as a person. So even before we begin to talk about your business and your success, dude, I'd love for an opportunity for you just to talk about like who you are.
Yeah, look, I am a Filipino. I immigrated to Australia maybe 8 or 9 years ago. So me and my family traveled a lot. I was a very skinny kid growing up, and one of the biggest driving force to my marketing now and just my overall business is this idea of confidence. I was bullied growing up, and I think being able to talk about that from a relatable level has really helped with marketing because it's just me being me at this point, which has been great.
Yeah.
Um, and although at the time I didn't realize it, but all these challenges actually really helped me today. So I'm actually super grateful that those guys picked on me.
Yeah.
Without that, I probably wouldn't start going to the gym. I wouldn't have started this business, and I wouldn't
Yep.
be where I am today. So shout out to all the bullies back
All the
to
bullies.
yeah, back when I was like a 15, 14-year-old noodle. Um, but we traveled a lot, so it was really hard for me to make friends. I struggled with confidence. I struggled with anxiety. Even today, Will knows I stress out a lot,
Oh
and
yeah.
I really appreciate Will for keeping me in line and telling me to just relax, everything will be fine. But that's just because I care. I care and I love doing what I do.
Yeah.
I love fitness and I love helping people.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, so how'd you like what was it for you, Alex, of one day that was just like, all right, I'm gonna start like getting my stuff with my life together, right? Like what was that click for you as far as like, because I think we all have that. I mean, I had that. That's why I got into health and fitness. There was like this switch for me of I was a degenerate drinking in college, not really getting anywhere with my life, right? And I woke up one day and I was like, shit, I got to get my life together. So, like, what was that kind of moment for you? Do you have like a moment you look back on and you're like, this was a pivotal moment for me?
I think there were two phases. I like to break it down to the phase of starting fitness and then transitioning into business.
Okay.
Fitness was definitely when I was a little bit younger. I was always like the smallest guy, right? Like I
Yeah.
was a guy that was overlooked. No one gave me a chance. I was like, especially being an immigrant, English wasn't my best. I struggled to speak, and I would always have my white friends picked over me. Like all the roles, all the positions. Like I had to bust my ass just to be noticed and to be seen and appreciated by the people around me and valued.
Yeah.
So I think, and I guess like they were in shape. They had abs, blah blah blah. Girls would, go to them and nobody would care about little Alex,
Little
right?
Alex, yeah.
I was like 15, 16. So that
Yep.
started, I started going to the gym, fell in love with the process, loved just doing the same thing every day. And then eventually, I think leading up to, what was it, like 2021, ex cheated on me with her boss, right? I came home from like Hawaii. I opened up a Word document because I was connected to her Google Cloud or whatever it's called. And it was
Okay.
like what do you call those things? Like they set out a plan together, like buy a house, buy a dog, and like
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know, and we just broke up. I was like, there's no way. This must have been going on for a while. So that kind of shattered me for a little bit, and this is because I was a broke uni student. I couldn't afford gas. Like I was driving a $1,000 car, and I'm like, I gotta get my shit together. COVID hit, which was it gave me a lot of free time, and I was living
Yeah.
off like government compensation, dude. Like
Well,
500.
I mean, that's crazy, man. Just I like regardless of this conversation, just from me coaching you right now, like this is off the table, off the interview. If I was you, man, I'd have that on my wall every day.
Yeah, yeah. I used to, and I still do. I actually have it a pinned video, but I should probably talk a little bit about it more again. And it's on my VSL. But
On my
I do
VS, yeah. Go ahead.
it's on my VSL. And a lot of people actually relate to that, which is really good. Because I think relatability has been the biggest thing. Even when I did organic, um, what was I saying? Yeah, COVID hit, blew up on TikTok, had like 400,000 plus followers, did $500,000 revenue on my own. And then organic was super inconsistent. But
Yeah.
dude, I was just working my ass off. It was so many hours, good money, but like I hated my life. And yeah, that's why I started to scale.
Yeah. Awesome. So kind of talk to me about your journey. So you obviously are an extremely hardworking guy. There's no doubt about that. You started transitioning into had your own success or had your own journey with health and fitness. And then you realized that somewhere in that line that you had a skill or had a gift or had a talent, correct? And then started coaching people. What was kind of like those early days, Alex, of like your first maybe like 10, 20 clients?
Oh my God, dude. My first client was like a PDF document. I was so scared to do a check-in call. Like it was just through text. And it wasn't because I didn't know how. I was just too scared to hop on a call and like do a check-in. It was like 30 bucks a week, PDF guide, and it was like a 30-page PDF guide that I wrote. It took me hours. But I think I just fell in love with that process and just seeing people change was very fulfilling for me. And
Yeah.
now transitioning into the weight loss scene, I'm helping guys lose 1,500 pounds. It's just so much more rewarding because I've changed my perspective of like it's not just about weight that they want to lose. It's really about an identity shift. And I picked that up from you. I never made that transition. I tried to, but not to the extent that I am doing now, but really trying to understand the psychology of what would losing this weight actually do for your life and who you are and the people
Yeah.
around you. So whenever I have these conversations, it's super deep and super fulfilling seeing them 3 to 6 months later.
Yeah. 100%. I love that, man. And that's what it's about. And I have an interview with Brett coming up in a couple of days too, man. That was a big shift for him. It's the identity. And I think so many people get so focused on, the surface level things because it's what everybody else is doing, but it's also why everybody else is struggling, right? It's because everybody's saying the same thing, same message, weight loss, fat loss, same stuff, different day. And it's no surprise to me why people struggle is because they just really don't know who they help. They think they do, but not to the extent that somebody like you or Brett or some of the other guys in the league are doing. So blew up on TikTok, made a good amount of money. Kind of talk to me about your experience in you're a coach, right? So obviously you help me or help people. Kind of talk to me about your experience of like your first kind of coaching or mentor and kind of like
Oh,
the journey that you've had over the years, because I know I'm not your first. I wish I was, sweetheart, but I didn't take your coaching virginity. But kind of talk to me through about I mean, how many people have you worked with? One with your first coach? Like, let's get into some
oh
details.
man. Yeah, yeah. So like when I had my first fitness coach, he sucked. Second one sucked. Third one was good. Fourth one was amazing. So I kind of understood the process of knowing that my first couple coaches would suck. It sucks that they had to be shit, but
Yeah,
I understood that I had to go through that process.
yeah,
It was the same thing. You know, I worked with I don't I've lost count at this point. Maybe like five, six, something like
yeah,
that. But thousands, maybe even tens and thousands, probably $100,000 into coaching, and they just like under-delivered, like over-promised, under-delivered. And it's not even just the money that I lost. It's about
yeah,
the opportunity and time. Like big
yeah,
shout out to Rainmakers, who claims to be Brian Mark's old mentors. Promise me they'll give me my money back, without an ROI. And the thing I really appreciate about you, Will, is that you keep to your word. Like
Thank
on
you.
the equipment, they would have things like, oh, refund if you don't ROAS. Dude, I made 400 fucking dollars in 6 months.
Yeah,
Right? And I couldn't even leave it because I'm like, they
yeah,
kept dragging me saying, oh, we can't give you your money back if you don't do these, the six
yeah.
months gift.
Stipulations, jump through hoop shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, dude. And I thought they were going to, but they never did. And
yeah,
then, Brandon Forbes, he just was never actually there. Like his CSM, his fulfillment was just all out of whack. And I would just have so many endless nights, dude, of stress. And I had no one to
yeah,
go to, no one for answers. And the guys I was speaking to later for me to find out, like, he wasn't even making money. I'm like,
yeah,
why would you have a CSM making less money than the business owners you're working with? Right? It
yeah,
was just such a mess. And I think I spoke to Pops, who actually had a really good conversation. He made me feel really comfortable, and he asked me some really thought-provoking questions that, I wasn't gonna buy, dude. And it was just like, go. I thought it was just like a conversation, which is kind of stupid for me to think that,
yeah.
right?
It's just a conversation, right? Here's a guy that sells coaching and he's like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
talk to somebody.
No, but I'm also like to myself, I'm like, I will not break this time because
Yeah.
I have this habit of spending money, But no, I really like the way Pop spoke to me and made me feel really comfortable and safe. And I was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. What else do I have to lose? And it was probably one of the best decisions I made in what, like 1 month, 2 months. We like doubled and tripled. We went for like 50, 60K new cash on January. February was like 90, and then March was like 180,
This is
which is
wild.
freaking crazy, dude. Never
Yeah.
made that much before. Does your
So,
life
I
change?
mean, Alex, I guess, what was that?
I said, does your life change? Not really.
Yeah,
But like,
right. I mean, I was
it's
like, I don't know what happens, but I guess for you, so knowing, because this is a question I get asked all the time. I wasn't your second, your third, your fourth. What gave you, or what was the mentality that you had to keep on searching or keep on even looking at the opportunity? Because I know for so many people, right? Let's be real. There's some good coaches out there, but there's also a ton of shit, right? So a lot of people that I speak with are like, I was burnt. Yeah, I don't, maybe that's true, or it could be you. I don't like to point fingers, but at the end of the day, you said, listen, like, regardless of my past experiences, I'm going to continue searching or finding or figuring out what I need. What is that mentality or that mindset that you have to keep on searching?
a good question. I think just like not knowing stresses me out more than making money. Like
Okay.
I know I will make the money. I much rather figure that out than stress out. I think for me it's stress. I
Okay.
need someone to just tell me to calm down. Here's what you need to do and have a really clear plan of action. And I mean, as coaches, that's what we tell all our clients, right? It's the same thing. Why would people pay you if you're not willing to pay someone else to learn,
Yeah.
right? It's like, would you rather really stay stuck, figure things out on your own? You probably can. It's probably going to cost you more. It's
Yeah.
probably going to cost you a lot of time and a lot of opportunity. I think so many
Yeah.
people are fixed on financial costs, but
Yeah.
not opportunity and energy costs.
100%. I
And I
mean, think
think
about it. How
that's
much money would you have lost of not signing up?
heaps, dude. I don't even know. Like, we'd probably still be doing, my copy has improved, my niche has improved, my whole business. Like,
I mean, you
it,
double it.
not even just a double dude, but like the alignment, the people I work with,
Yeah.
there's so much better. And like, it feels like I guess, diving into the Filipino niche, just their culture, it feels like family. Like,
Yeah.
Filipinos, we all love and care. We're all very family men, and it feels like that in our community now. My coaches love their jobs. My closers love talking to these guys. It's just such a better ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing from what I've seen from you, as far as like from an outside perspective, that I really appreciate about you, is your constant wanting to get better, and being very open to feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and using it to fuel you. And I'm proud of you for being able to do that because it makes you a better leader. And I think you, as far as like how you're coaching your team, has shifted dramatically as far as how you're showing up for them so that they
Yeah.
feel that you're leading from the forefront, right? Because I know so many business owners that get so fixated on the income that they forget that there's people that work for them, right? There's
Mm,
people at the end of the day that work for them that are depending on you as a leader to pay for them, right? And if you're not in the right headspace and you're not showing up and you're not doing this stuff, then how can you expect to, lead other people aside from the clients that you have? And I see so many coaches that run through people left and right because they're not willing to take responsibility, right? Or to take ownership of why people are leaving or why people are quitting. So I just wanted to acknowledge that because it's something I definitely notice about you that I appreciate is that you're constantly trying to improve like how you're showing up for your guys as well too.
I think a few things have definitely contributed to that. One being, you're like, trust Will, he's your guy, just put him in there. And that gave me a lot of emotional and mental bandwidth.
Yep.
And then just pivoting the way, and one, also two, loving the people I coach,
Yep.
loving our community that we've built and developed. I'm so much happier. And then
Yep.
three, you're like, think of abundance. You might make not, it might be a bad day, might be a bad week. Who
Yeah.
cares? I think one
And
thing
then, yeah,
that's,
bad. I didn't close anybody for a week, and then it's like I made 30K today. It's just like,
yeah,
I mean,
literally.
that's the industry.
I think one of the things that stand out to me, and I tell this to my fiance all the time. I was telling Will that we haven't made money in 4 or 5 days, and he literally replied to me, "Whoop de fucking do." She's like, I love that. I was like, fair, fair. Um, so I think just like someone there to just change my expectations, but that has allowed
Yeah.
me to show up a little bit better and just treating my team as family, right? Like just because you have a fight with your mom, you don't get rid of her forever. You fight with
Yeah.
your
Of
brother, you don't get rid of him forever. Of course, the skill needs to be there,
course.
but to build something like a loyal team, I've had my guys for over a year,
Yeah.
right? And to build a loyal team, they want to be there, not just from a financial perspective. And a lot of the times, if I interview guys and they leave with money, I'm just like, I don't think this is it, man. Because
Yeah.
like money would be a byproduct of passion and love.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I try to make the team core about, just like selling through love, passion, and care. And that's how we all treat each other.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. I love to see it. I mean, Alex, where are you envisioning this? Where you want to be in 6 months, man?
Actually, me and Andrew had this conversation. To be honest, man, like as much as making 500,000 per month would be cool,
Yeah.
it's like I want my life back, man. I've
Yeah.
been doing this for quite some time. I'm getting a glimpse of that now. I think I messaged you, I was like, dude, like
Yeah.
in
Your
such a
walks.
my walks, man, like just walking around. I'm able to walk for like an hour without any cares. I feel great. Just like the emotional, like the financial gain was there, but the emotional gain was huge. I was able to
Yeah.
go
It's
to,
like after it's here's what I tell everybody. And it's hard because you don't know unless you're there. So what I mean
yeah,
by that is like everybody wants to make more money until they make more money. And then they look back and like they're like, okay, what changed? More
yeah,
times than not, it's not a lot of things. Yeah, there's some things. It's mostly giving you more options, more freedom. But from some of the clients that I've worked with that have done really well, it's like, cool, I bought a house. I feel like maybe my wife can retire if that's an option or something you want to do. And we can, so I don't know who was talking to the other day. And they're like, man, you know what the best feeling is going out to dinner with friends or family and just being able to throw your credit card and be like, I got this.
yeah.
And it's,
I think
what's funny? It's not even a lot of money. We're
it's
talking about
not.
maybe like $300, $200, but just the act of saying, I got this.
Dude, I think one time me and my friends were in the city and like we went to Cause, like this shop, and she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that looks really cool." And I was like, "Go try some pants on." I just like paid for the bag. It was like $300, which
Yeah.
isn't a lot, but we don't like to spend a lot of money. And it's
Yeah.
just like having the ability to do that, like being able to like pull up in your supercar, open the door after dinner, put it like it's just those little things that feel fucking good. And weirdly enough, you don't need to make a lot of money, like to be able to
Yeah.
do these things. It's
Yeah.
like 20, 30K maybe per
Yeah.
month.
And let's
Um,
be real, Alex, how many people dude, I don't know many people that aren't in the online space that are working a 9 to 5, making 2 to 300K a year.
no, no way. You gotta be like a doctor or something.
And even doctors, like, maybe 300, 350 if you're lucky,
Yeah.
right? And you're like, dude, I made 180.
Made 180 last month. Yeah, it's wild, dude. I think for me, as I'm growing older, I start to prioritize a lot of things. I wanted the nicest cars. I think you went
Yeah,
through this as well.
of course.
The
Yep.
watches. But I think for me now, man, it's just about being present and being with family.
Yeah, of
Um, because like all these things are cool, but time is something we never get back. And that's also another reason why I just invested. I can never get time back. And
course.
I, when I'm older, I'm just gonna be, I want to have the same energy and drive, so I may as well take advantage of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, build for your future. That's why I tell everybody, yeah, you put in a couple years of really hard work to set you up for the rest of your life,
yeah.
and I mean, that's where my mindset has always been, as I
Mhm.
worked my ass off to get to where I am today. And now I get to, enjoy it.
You did it super fast. I know you restarted, but like in 7 months to get to where you are is insane. Of course, you have the skill set, which
Yeah.
actually gives me a lot of confidence because I'm like, even if I do go broke and I lose everything, like Will's
Will
been
did
able to,
it.
yeah, Will did
Will lost a
it.
couple $1 million and he reeled back. It's all right. Right. I don't feel as bad. Right.
Yes,
All
I think I
right.
had a conversation. Stripe held 20,000, and you're like, dude, I had to refund like 500K.
It
I'm
was
like,
more than that. Yeah, it was like 700,000.
yeah,
It was not fun.
yeah. And I was like USD as well. I'm like, oh
Speaking of
my
that
God.
too, Alex, I just hope the IRS isn't listening. My taxes, I actually overpaid from that when because I refunded everybody so much. So I
Oh
actually
my God.
just got about 50 to 60K back from the government this month from 2021 because
Wow.
I'd overpaid back because dude, I refunded like $700,000.
That's
So
insane.
yeah, that was fun. So that's cool. That'll buy a swing set,
Yeah. Just a swing set. But
right? But
Yeah.
Alex, I guess I mean, what advice? I don't want to take up too much of your time if you want to get on Jeff's call too. What advice would you give to anybody that's watching this? The $1 million question.
I guess, yeah, a bit of a broad question, but advice in what way, Will?
So a couple different things. As far as like, we'll go with life advice, business advice, and any just aha lessons, I guess, that you would like to leave anybody with.
Life advice, I think one thing I've realized is that if you're not happy internally, the people around you aren't happy either. You just show up like a piece of shit, right? And that's one of the biggest things. I'm so much happier. I'm so much
Yep.
more fun to be around, and like I see it impact my sister-in-law, my fiance, my brothers. I'm a better human being. And
Yeah.
it's not because I'm making more money, it's because I have less stress about making the money, you
Yeah.
know?
And I can
Um,
tell that, man, even in your picture you posted, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's been such a tough couple months. It's nice to be out of it slowly.
Yeah.
And like, transparently right now things are a little bit slow, but
Yeah.
it was like, shut up. Won't be slow.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
wait. Yeah, we'll post this interview and then it'll be a screenshot of like, I made 10K today or 20.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just,
literally, right? Literally.
yeah.
So just understanding that has been really insightful and gives me a lot of peace. I think peace has been the biggest thing.
Yeah.
This advice, um, ties back into, feeling good about yourself. You can show up as a better leader, and if you're a better
Yeah.
leader, you're able to communicate better with your team. They operate better. It just trickles down. So just
Yeah.
the way you show up is super, super important. Um, and again, for me, the biggest stress was just like, how much we're making next month. Like, we need
Yeah.
to grow. It was a lot of financial stress. Made
Yeah.
a lot of investments in 2024, which
Yeah.
now I'm able to overcome. So that's really helped. And everything's just perspective. Things are
Yeah.
not as big of a deal. Like just people, like
Yeah.
will,
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
yeah, literally. Like I love it. You should put that in a shirt, dude. It's like, what do you fucking do? You know?
Yeah.
Um, and just golden nuggets would be, oh, there's a couple there for sure. I think just little ad strategies of when to pull something, KPIs. Something I've really started doing as well is tracking my metrics for each ad set as well, or each creative. So that really helps me understand how much, ROAS this specific ad brought in, and just
Yeah.
understanding like, hey, stop paying attention to what's that word? Where it's like emotion-based metrics. What do you call that? I forgot. Um,
Vanity.
vanity metrics. Yeah. Like stop paying
What, like,
attention.
what is my cost per follow, my cost per click, my CTR, my whatever? I'm like, okay,
Exactly.
how many calls did you book, Sally? How many
Yeah.
people showed up? How many people did you close? Okay. But my last business coach said that I need to get the followers for under $1. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like leaving things long enough to look at CAC on
Yeah.
that specific ad.
Yeah.
But then again, like you don't want to overanalyze it because that's what Jeff said. Sometimes it just
Yeah,
takes a
because
bit
you
of
touch
time.
stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like I just had another elite client turn something off and then he looked at his numbers and he closed, he spent like 800 and made 5,000.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Crazy.
dude, what the? He's like, I didn't look at my numbers. I'm sorry. I'm like,
Yeah. And I think
what?
that's like sometimes I'm scared that's what I'm doing, but I'm pretty confident that over the last couple of days, these ads have fatigued.
Yeah,
So,
I
well,
mean
I
that, but here's
stopped.
the thing though, you have the emotional intelligence to understand that you're not letting it necessarily dictate your decisions and you're just being able to make decisions with speed. That's
Yeah.
all I ever want for all you guys is to be able to have the confidence to make decisions so that you can do that without over analyzing. Like you have an idea of what expectations are that are actual based off real data, not just emotional data, and then it's okay, kill, right? Like I have some people that are like, I spend an hour making this video and it looks pretty and I think it'll do. Is it doing well or not? Oh, it's not. Okay, turn it off.
I think what I wanted to add to that would be super helpful for other people. It's like it's not always the ads that suck. It could be the ones,
Well, yeah,
it's like, all right, does your closer suck? Okay, if he's good, you'll review the
yeah,
calls, go back another step. Is it your setting process? Is it your pre-call process?
yeah.
Right?
Nope,
It's like,
it's just ads.
and then
Just
work
ads.
back up.
Dude, I close it like a 97%. I'm amazing and I make 8K a month. I'm like, oh, okay, you know.
It's like,
But
yeah,
that
like,
is, I mean, it's being humble enough to recognize that. So it's funny because I was talking to, I'll throw him under the bus in a way. I was talking to Andrew about this. And
Love it.
because we joke about this all the time. He's like, "Man, you were such an asshole." And I go, "I know." But he goes, "I was humble enough to actually like take your advice and listen to you to get the coaching that I need, and it's why my business has hit, these months as of lately." And it's tough, man, because I'm the same way. Like I'm very stuck in my ways in a lot of things. And I've tried to be over the years more open to feedback because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You have to be open and be receptive and trying to be understanding of where people are coming from so that you can grow, right?
I think as a coach, that should be who you are. Because I mean, you are
Well,
doing,
you'd be surprised. Like,
like that's the message you preach. You're like, be humble, learn from me. It's like, why don't we be
yeah, I
humble? And
mean, this industry is the hypocrisy of. I mean, it's just. I mean, it is what it is, right? I
I
mean,
always
and now,
relate that to,
huh?
I said, I always relate it back to bodybuilding. Like I have a coach who's bigger than me, and he has a coach who's bigger than him. It's just like, and he probably has a coach that's bigger than him. It's just,
Yeah, yeah. There's levels to the game, right? I don't know, but that's it. Alex, I mean, I'm excited to see you in 30 days or 45 days where we're at. I appreciate you taking the time today to jump on, and that's all I got. Anything else you wanted to leave with, Alex, or
no, let's get to 300 and chill there.
okay? All right.
Yeah,
All right, guys,
awesome.
that's it. Later, guys.